50% of the inventory right now in real estate is dead weight. It's not moving. 50% of all the houses, condominiums, all across the board in the United States is dead weight. It's not moving. Interest rates for mortgages are all-time high since July. And I think interest is going to be in the next year and the next 2 years between 7 and 8%. That's going to pull the home prices down. Now, what's going on is that the reason we have 50% inventory and growing is because sellers and buyers are completely disconnected. You know, sellers think they can sell their home for values of 2020, 2021, and beginning of 2022. The values of houses and condominiums today are not the same values of 2022, 2021, and 2020. Interest rates were 2, 3, 4%. When the interest rates goes down, values going up. When the interest rate goes up 7, 8%, values are coming down. So some people will say, well, John, you know, I don't think people are going to sell their houses. They have a mortgage of 2%, 3%, 4%. Right now, a mortgage of 2, 3, 4% is an asset. It's like having money in the bank. So, but there is a niche of people that they're going to have to sell their house even though they have a 2, 3% mortgage. There's a niche. And this niche is what I call the 3 Ds. Debt, people that have high debt in credit cards, mortgage, car loans, the school loan, people with high debt. The second D is death. When somebody died in the family, maybe one of the partners that owns the place, the house, one of the spouses died. And the third one is divorce. So anybody that qualifies for the 3 debts, they're going to have to sell their house even though they have a 2, 3, 4% interest. So now buyers need to understand it's time to buy a house. Interests are not coming down. They're not going to be 3, 4, 5%. Interest is going to be remain the same for the next 2 years or maybe going up. Anywhere between 7, 8, or 8.5. That's what I think. That's what the market is showing me. And sellers need to find somebody that buy the house for cash. Why? Because not everybody, the majority of all the Americans, they don't have the down payment, the income to buy a house finance. They can afford a 7, 8%, 8.5%, 9% interest. So seller, make sure to find somebody or work with somebody that can buy your house cash, not subject to financing, or find a real estate agent that can get you a cash buyer or an investor that's going to buy cash and for full asking price. You don't need to take a discount of 10, 20, 30%. You know, that's your equity. That's your light work. That's your equity. So find somebody to give you a full asking price and cash. A buyer, this is the time to buy. You're going to have ground for negotiation, especially you're going to buy cash or you're going to buy financing, but interest is not going to come down. And the only way we're going to resolve the 50% inventory is when the sellers and the buyers get together. Right now, sellers and buyers are completely disconnected. Sellers think that they can get the value of their house of 2020, 2021, and beginning of 2021, 2022. It's not going to happen. Wake up. It's time to sell for full asking price, cash, until the sellers and buyers meet, connect again about the values of the houses. The inventory is going to keep growing. It's not going to take too long. It's going to people are waking up. So Understand you're not getting whatever you got in 2020, 2021, 2022. And buyers, it's time to buy now because you're going to buy the house with a mortgage. In the next 2, 3, 5 years, if the interest comes down, you're going to be able to refi, but at least you have your house. Don't wait to come down the interest. If the interest comes down, property is going to go up $100,000. Buy now. Sellers get a cash buyer. That's my 2 cents today.